Oh, this one you talking about?
Yeah, that one acting stupid.
That's a curl. Like, how you gonna ask a curl and not curl?
Curl, don't be curling. Don't half-ass curl.
And starting soon.
Yes. Okay then, just save me some, please. Bye. Get on my nerves. I can't stand you.
Bye.
What are we talking about today? I'm not even.
I don't know.
putting
I'm
this
in
on
the
my
intro.
page.
It's happening. It's happening, sweetheart. Why are we treating you bad? All right, welcome to Uncle Legend's Corner. I'll be your host, Uncle Legend, and with me always is my beautiful co-host, Call Girl 6, better known as Fox. I can see you. I'm looking at you, mouth stuff at me like it's a camera right there.
Hey y'all.
Oh, clown shoes.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, today's Easter.
It is so.
For-
Happy Hanukkah. I'm sorry.
Punky Brewster's here
I
today.
know, right? Happy Passover.
Happy Passover. That's what
Happy Easter. And happy Ramadan.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Yeah, more bodies.
No, not more bodies. Lord, it's,
I'm like,
have a
more
blessed,
bodies.
have a blessed Ramadan.
How you say it?
Ramadan Mubarak.
Mubarak.
Yeah,
I'm good.
probably pronounced better than I do.
I'm good. See, I got to roll that tongue.
That's that Miami style R. Let me get a roti. About to roll everything up over there. All right, so whatever holiday you into, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the big three. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Yeah.
big three. Oh,
That's the big
happy
three.
Chinese New Year's for earlier this year. I mean,
Oh,
once.
it
Yeah,
is?
it's-
Wow.
yeah, Chinese New Year's like April 1st or sometime in April.
Happy New Year.
What's going on, bro? There go your uncle in the chat.
Hey, what's going on?
All right, yeah, so let's get to it, Fox. What we got, Fox? What we got today? What's going on with the world?
Everything is going on with the world today. We had some topics for the viewers and the listeners who came in. That was last week's podcast.
I'm sorry, I got snacks now. Y'all know I
Well-
just broke fast and prayed not too long ago.
Wednesday's podcast. So he wanted us to talk about ghost guns. Joe Biden's proposed
Ghost
bans
guns?
on ghost guns. So we can get into that.
All right, can I eat a couple cashews first?
Oh my God, you're being greedy on the air.
Okay.
You don't know how to slyly do it like I do.
No, you just
I'm
get off the
going
camera. You like in the camera?
What are you doing? I'm eating.
Well, eating.
Ass eating.
All right. So my issue is I ain't with the whole ghost guns ban. Now, for the people who are non-pro gun advocates who don't believe in freedom and Second Amendment rights and Constitution and shit, they'll say, well, I don't understand what the big issue is. Well, the big issue is the same issue that's with everything that comes out is this how you do a proposal for a bill with what was the money they was giving us? Like stimulus checks. Like you do this big stimulus bill and all this stuff and then put in something that's like $10 million for gender studies in Pakistan. Let me tell you what the fuck they don't care about in Pakistan. Let me tell you what they didn't care about in the Middle East in general. Fucking gender studies. Especially you talking about like Iraq or Afghanistan. Let's talk about gender studies. Let's talk about we just bombed the fuck out of them for 20 years. I don't think they want to hear about gender studies.
No, they don't.
But yeah, it's all the extra shit that come in the bill, right? So they're saying get rid of ghost guns. So for those of you who don't know what ghost guns are, is So there's laws about firearms that most of you don't know, even though everybody comes up with these crazy ass bans like, we should get rid of this, we should get rid of that. Y'all don't know shit about guns. So the first thing y'all probably should do is educate yourself about, if you think guns are your enemy, how about you educate yourself on your enemy? Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's the number one thing that's why intel is such a big thing in the military, about having intel on your enemy. People always want to ban and do all this other stuff. So they want to get rid of ghost guns. So what ghost guns are is guns that don't have a serial number. Now, before you get into thinking like, oh no, something without a serial number, people can't trace it. Oh no, what about all the innocent lives that will be lost? All right, cool. So ghost guns are made from, there's companies, well, a lot of people do a lot of the machining themselves, but there's companies that make 80% lowers, right? So the lower is, since most of the people complaining and saying, yes, we should do this, probably don't know what the hell the lower part of the gun is when the upper stops, right? So if you're looking at it, so for Fox, the lower, is like when I take the gun apart and I take the slide, like if it's a pistol, I take the slide barrel and guy rod and everything off the top, and you just got the bottom. Okay, now that's the part that's left over, the polymer part, that's the lower, right? And the same thing with the AR. When I pop those two pins out and I take the whole barrel upper off, right, the bottom, that's the lower, right? So 80% lower doesn't have any of the pins and stuff drilled in it. It's pretty much like it's a block of metal. And since people were giving out this information in kits or how to do it and make a firearm, people was like, oh, well, it's considered a firearm, so you can't do this. But the crazy thing is Beanie can go buy a musket. Like our 14-year-old can go buy a musket. Like a musket just, and hear ye somebody ass right out the door somewhere because it's not considered a firearm. Like a felon could go buy a musket. But we worried about legitimate people buying guns or getting it, because it's like people getting these 80% lowers, they wanted to get serialized and all this other stuff. And the real reason they want to get it serialized is so that they can have a registry.
Right. I don't want no registry.
No, because then once they have a registry, it's like, oh, well, you know what? Now we're going to ban all semi-automatic weapons, and we know you have all of these guns.
We know the type of gun you have.
And then it's kind of like that story that you hear in Germany when they was talking about like, hey, they came for the Jews, and I wasn't Jewish, so you know what I mean, I ain't say nothing. Then they came for the Gentiles, and they came for this group of people, and they came for that group of people. Eventually, they came for me, and there wasn't nobody left to say anything because I had already let all this happen. And that's what's going to happen with the firearms thing, because you look even in the countries. I think people fail to realize the certain level of respect that law enforcement, military, and everybody has to have for when I got the same thing you got. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, if you're trying to impose on my rights, and you're unconstitutionally and violating my rights, it's like it's a big difference when I'm pointing the same gun back at you.
Yeah.
Like when I'm sitting over there and I got a cast iron pan, and you sitting over there,
lower that ego a little bit.
Yeah, because it's up here like, all right, now it's a chance of like, all right, how well are you trained? Now we're talking about it ain't the tools no more.
It's a skill now.
Now we're talking about it's a skill set. You don't know how long I've been running back here in these woods, running drills, waiting for this day, waiting for this day. And then when you hear Creed Water Revival come on there, Fortunate Son, you know exactly what time it is. Like my war playlist come on. Like, there's a time.
There's a time.
You know what I mean?
Oh Lord.
So the problem is they put you on a registry, and then all of this stuff that comes with the registry, and there's no reason why. When you look at things like the Patriot Act and everything else, we didn't use the Patriot Act. We didn't use all of these other things and then put them into action. What have we stopped? People still getting shot. Yeah. They say that the people can look at your internet, they can do this and that, all this Patriot Act stuff. People still getting shot. Shit still getting blown up. So really, what are we doing except for being nosy? Except for my CIA agent and FBI agent is comparing memes with your CIA agent and FBI agent. Like, his memes is way more fire than Fox's.
We've lost a lot of control over our quote unquote freedoms that we are supposed to have, right? So doing something like this, creating a ban. I mean, just look at if those people who look at those post-apocalyptic movies and all this, right? Pretty much sometimes, when you look at the movies, they kind of foretell things that happens or things that are going to happen in the future. So at any rate, we look at the times that we're in now, and we see things are being escalated, right? Any little issue that's going on in the media, it's being escalated. So if you're talking about putting a ban on, or just so you can create a registry, everybody will know what you have. They'll know what you have when it comes time for nobody should have X gun or any guns. Okay, if you want to be that extreme, and it can go there because look at where we went with COVID. So, and And if they do that, they know exactly what you have, which means they take that away from you. They take away your protection and the means for you to protect your family. So that in itself is enough for me to be like, nah, I'm good. Manufacturing guns is not illegal, right? But of course, you know, because they don't have account or control over what's going on. I'm sorry if it went out.
You clicked
That
the
was my
power.
leg.
You just killed the damn power.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know if the podcast.
Hold up, we're gonna see if the podcast is still.
I don't know,
If you
type
can,
something in the chat.
if you can hear us, oh, that was me, my thighs. I cut the power. I hit the power cord.
Yeah.
Oh no. Are you guys still in there? Can you guys hear
And
me?
you hit it again. No, you didn't.
If you guys there, give me a 1 or a 2 in the chat or something.
Yeah, somebody do something because Fox over here hitting every damn thing. God damn it, man.
Well, I'm coming up on chat still. Y'all, if y'all hear me or see me, can you please put a hey or a 1 or something? I see y'all in the chat still, but I need to know I hit the power cord by mistake.
The cam link is on. I don't know. It might have fried it.
Right. That's a bit. Nothing's on besides this, so you don't have it on Facebook thing.
I'm about to just start it over. Are you still?
Huh?
Are you still?
Yes. Start.